In this topic, we are going to learn about the addition and subtraction of matrices. Here we have two tables showing the number of durians and mangoes sold by each store per day for the month of January and February. We are asked, what is the total number of durian and mango sold by each of the store in both months? To get the answer, we have to add up the data in these two tables. To do so, we have to add up the data in these two tables. Writing in matrix helps us to add up the data easily. You can always refer back to the table to see what each of these elements represents. To add up these two matrices, we will add up the corresponding elements in each of the matrix. And hence here we will have 125 plus 75 to give us 200. And here we will add up 150 with 90 to give us 240. We will add 230 to 180 to give us 410. And finally, we'll add 120 with 100 to give us 220. Looking back at the table, we know that the rows represents the different stores and the columns represents the different fruits. Therefore, store A sold 200 durians and 240 mangoes, and store B sold 410 durian and 220 mangoes in both months. Next, we are asked to find the decrease in durian and mango sales for each of the store. You'll notice that in the month of February, the number of fruits sold is lesser. And to find the decrease in the number of fruits, we will subtract the data in the table. Again, to help us to do it easily, we will represent the data in a matrix form. Similar to addition, we will subtract the corresponding elements in each of the matrix. And hence, we will subtract the elements in the first row, first column to give us 50. Next, we will subtract the elements in the first row, second column to give us 60. We will subtract the elements in the second row, first column to give us 50. And finally, we will subtract the elements in the second row, second column to give us 20. And therefore, store A sold 50 durians and 60 mangoes lesser, and store B sold 50 durians and 20 mangoes lesser in the month of February. Two matrices A and B can be added or subtracted by adding or subtracting the corresponding elements in matrix A and B. And this is only possible if the two matrices has the same dimension. Let's look at an example here. We have matrices P, Q, and R. You'll notice that all these three matrices have the same dimension. We are asked to evaluate matrix P minus bracket Q plus R. Since the matrices have the same dimension, we can subtract and add the matrices in this form. We shall first simplify the matrices by adding the matrices in the brackets. Adding the corresponding elements in each of the matrix, we will have 7, -5, -9, 12, 15, and 3. Now we can subtract these two matrices here. We will do so by subtracting the corresponding elements in each of the matrix. And we will have -1, 8 minus -5 will give us 13, 11 minus -9 will give us 20, 10 minus 12 will give us -2, 6 minus 15 will give us -9, and 3 minus 3 will give us 0. To add or subtract two matrices, we will simply add or subtract the corresponding elements in the matrices, and this is only possible if the two matrices have the same dimension. That's all for this topic.